Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at gcnlive.com.
Good morning, friends. Greetings and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 28 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing and renewing system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side. We're here for you. If you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, if you want to help a loved one get off their meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you. Our number is 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010, and we welcome all calls on The Bright Side, 844-236-6010. We want to hear from you if you have a success story you'd like to share, or if you want to contribute to the conversation, or, of course, if you have questions about the longevity products or the longevity business. 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear us advertise or recommend on the program, or if you want to join the Bright Side Ben team, I'd love to have you on the team. I can help you build your business. Or if you just want to get your products at the wholesale price, call the Bright Side Ben phone team at 866-735-2470 for a one-time $10 fee. You can enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business. You can get your products at the discount price. You can join the longevity family, the longevity culture of health and nutrition. And you can make some money while you're doing it as well. Call the Bright Side Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. You can also head over to my website, brightsideben.com. Check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, also criticalhealthnews.com, and order any products directly off the website. And you can also join the Bright Side Ben team directly off the website by clicking on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com or at criticalhealthnews.com or on my blog, pharmacistben.com. Thank you to Robert Lundgren, my webmaster, who sets that up for me. Appreciate it. And Robert also started sending out some newsletters, too. I think, why don't you, if you go to pharmacistben.com, there might be a space there or a place there for you to put your email address, and we'll see if we can get you on the email list for our next newsletter. Okay, let's see. We're talking nitrates and nitrites and nitric oxide. Last we spoke, we were talking about the relevance, the health relevance of nitrates and nitrites. This might come as a surprise to some folks because they're in the news. Nitrates and nitrites have been in the news for the last 30 years, really, 40 years, as dangerous, carcinogenic, cancer-causing molecules. But as it turns out, nitrates and nitrites are actually very important. They play a very important role when it comes to health. Nitrates and nitrites are found everywhere in nature, and preserved meats are probably the most important source of nitrates and nitrites. They're not the best source. In fact, they're not even a really good source, although that's where most people, or a lot of people anyway, get large amounts of these nitrates and nitrites, which are used as preservatives. But as it turns out, these things are found in soils, and they're found in vegetables, they're found in fruits, they're found in herbs and plants and things that grow out of the ground. They're made in our nitrates and nitrites are made in our saliva by bacteria that live in our mouths. Those bacteria, those oral bacteria, are becoming recognized more and more as a significant component of a healthy body. So if you're using Listerine and Scope and all of these mouthwashes that are designed to kill bacteria, you may want to think twice. Oral bacteria play an important role in good health. If you're interested in killing bacteria for hygienic reasons, if you have breath issues or you just want to keep your gums healthy, use coconut oil or any kind of oil, really. Oil pulling, it's called, where you swish coconut oil in your mouth, or sesame oil in your mouth, is a great way to clean your breath. It cleans your gums, it cleans your teeth, kills bacteria in a safe, gentle way. The short-chain fatty acids and medium-chain fatty acids in coconut oil are especially antibacterial. Another rich source of nitrates and nitrites, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, is breast milk. And why do you suppose breast milk would have nitrates and nitrites in it? Well, because nitrogen is powerful stuff. It's building stuff, and babies are building. Nitrates are also, nitrates and nitrites as sources of nitric oxide help keep the baby protected from viruses and from germs. They're antiviral, antibacterial, antimicrobial. You get the idea that nitrates and nitrites are good things? Yes, they are. If you're pregnant, you're nursing, you're making breast milk, you should probably be thinking about how you get more nitrates and nitrites in your diet. Of course, we'll talk about that, how you do that here in a moment. Vegetables are really the way to do it. So since these studies came out, these studies about the toxicity of nitrates and nitrites back in the 1970s and 1980s, there have been major reviews of scientific literature that contradict the few studies that came out in the 1970s and 1980s. And they show that there's no connection between nitrate and nitrite ingestion and cancer. There may be an association between byproducts or metabolites of nitrates and nitrites, both specifically nitrosamines. Those things, now they're definitely a problem. And that's why you want to really be careful about processed meat. So while there are nitrates and nitrites in nature as they appear in vegetables, as they show up in vegetables, and as it shows up in the body via the activity of bacteria, that's a whole different beast than processed meat nitrates and nitrites. Nitrates and nitrites that are found in processed meat, now those can definitely be a problem, especially if you're grilling your meat, like hot dogs or sausages or bacon. Now these things are definitely a problem. When you heat these nitrates and nitrites that are artificially stuck into meat, and you can tell your processed meat probably has nitrates and nitrites by a red color. If your bologna is red or your hot dogs are red, chances are they're using nitrates or nitrites to preserve them. Nitrates typically, or nitrites, I guess I should say, to preserve those meats. And that definitely is not a good thing. And then if you compound the antibiotics that are given to animals and the health of the animals and the liquefaction of the hot dog and all the processing that goes into the sausage and these kinds of meats, bratwurst and bologna, etc., you really have a problem food. So processed meat, well, nitrates and nitrites in nature, as they show up in vegetables, are probably not an issue. Processed meat could definitely be a problem. Especially when you heat the processed meat, the nitrates can react with the protein in the meat. Bingo, nitrosamines, and those things are definitely a problem. These days, there's a lot of buzz about nitrates and nitrites in the bodybuilding world, in the athlete world. If you're a triathlete or if you're following up, if you keep up with Olympic athletes, you may know that one of the trendy cure-all athletic tonics that have been coming out is beet juice. And you can get beet juice at Whole Foods in fancy glass bottles now. Beet juice is, and all over the internet actually, there's lots of websites that talk about beet juice. There's marathon runners, a guy named Ryan Hall cites beet juice as one of the sources of his, one of the reasons why he's an award-winning or medal-winning athlete. There are studies that have shown that there are performance-enhancing effects to beet juice. Why is that? Well, beet juice is a great source of nitrates and nitrites, which, of course, get turned into nitric oxide. And I've always said, if an athlete is doing something for their body's enhancement, and athletes depend on having strong, healthy bodies for their livelihood. If an athlete is doing something for their body's performance or enhancement or strength or resilience, at least from a nutritional standpoint, that's something we should all at least be looking at. Not necessarily doing, but at least examining. And beet juice and celery juice and vegetable juice in general is fast becoming the new electrolytes. Back in the 1980s and 1990s, electrolytes were the big thing for athletes. Gatorade and such, Rebound FX, and electrolytes are definitely important. Nitrates are poised to become the new electrolytes. Nitrate-containing foods are said to be performance-enhancing foods in the same way that electrolytes are performance-enhancing. They're ergogenic. And the science of ergogenics, that's the science of performance-enhancing substances, is one of the more exciting aspects of health. All right, we'll come back and talk more about ergogenics, nitrates, nitrites, nitric oxide, and take your phone calls as well. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this. Hi, everyone. I'm Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist and host of The Bright Side. The good news about nutrition and health. The good news that if you or someone you care about is on a prescription drug or has some kind of health challenge, there's a gentle, natural, healthy way to address most health issues without drugs and without doctors, and it's as simple as understanding how the parts of the body work and how they interact with the foods we eat and the nutrients we take in. If you've heard me on The Bright Side or at one of my presentations, you know I'm a man on a mission to help you understand health and wellness and the remarkable healing powers of a biological system called the human body. And if you like The Bright Side, you're going to love my new website, brightsideben.com. You'll find articles and links. You'll be able to access archives, and we'll even have exclusive information that you won't hear on the radio show. And of course, you can purchase the Longevity nutritional supplements and even sign up to join my Longevity team and make an impact, make a difference, and maybe make some money too. Check out brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com, or call 866-735-2470 for more information.
Making the right decisions is a challenge to investors. Are we going to see economic growth, slide into a recession, or at worst, depression? Hi, Ted Anderson from Midas Resources. We all know when a company acts irresponsibly, divesting ourselves in a move towards safety is prudent. When the market becomes volatile, U.S. Treasuries are a safe haven. But what do you do when the U.S. government overextends itself and spends beyond its means? Many investors are turning toward gold as a common-sense alternative to traditional paper investments. Midas Resources has put together a powerful book titled 10 Reasons to Own Gold, discussing costs, benefits, risks, featuring full-color illustrations, weights, and measures. The book is free and can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. Paper investments are dwarfed by gold's 6,000-year history. Discover how gold may be right for you and your IRA by calling 800-686-2237. Whether buying or it's time for you to sell, the book is free. Call 800-686-2237.
Hey, guess what? They've got some great deals for Valentine's Day at Guns80.com. They're calling it the Sweetheart Special. Guns80.com has lowered the price way down to $400 up until Valentine's Day. Order your Ghost AR-15 now. Tell your sweetheart that this is the right gift at the right time. Buy one for yourself. Buy one for your sweetheart, too. Your sweetheart will thank you for being so tuned into his or her needs. Get a brand new Ghost AR-15 right now for $400. Heck, buy two. His and hers. Go to Guns80.com or call and ask for the Sweetheart Deal. Love is in the air at Guns80.com. Call now, 844-2GUNS80. That's 844-248-6780. It's a sweetheart of a deal. Actually, it's a steal at $400. So call Guns80.com at 844-2GUNS80. But hurry, supplies are limited. Call 844-2GUNS80 or get your Ghost AR-15 today at Guns80.com on the web.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey guy.
Independently leading the way for the nation. Compelling talk for every political persuasion. We are GCN.
Okay, welcome back to the Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll get your phone calls here in just a couple of minutes. I'll try to get them. I'll try to take our calls, start taking calls here in our second segment. So if you've been left on hold in the past, now's the time to get on board. First come, first serve at 844-236-6010. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs or the longevity products or business, or if you just want to contribute to the conversation, 844-236-6010. 844-236-6010 is our number today and every day on the Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear us advertise on the program, head over to brightsideben.com, take a look at our shopping cart, or go to criticalhealthnews.com or pharmacistben.com and take a look at our shopping cart. You can also join the Brightside Ben team right off the website, pharmacistben.com, brightsideben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. And, of course, you're always welcome to call the phone team at 866-735-2470 if you want to talk to somebody personally. I always like talking to people rather than just going right to the web. But either way, 866-735-2470 if you want to have a real live human being to talk to, or if you don't, you can go over to brightsideben.com or criticalhealthnews.com or pharmacistben.com and sign up right on the website, or purchase any of the products right off the web. Okay, if you're interested in getting the power of nitrates and nitrites into your system, there's lots of ways to do it. Nitrates and nitrites are ergogenically appropriate. They're the latest craze, if you will, for athletes, high-powered athletes, bike racers, bicycle racers, and Olympic athletes, etc., drinking celery juice and beet juice. Beet juice is a little high in sugar. It's super tasty, of course, but it can be a little bit high in sugar. So if you're diabetic or you tend towards diabetes, you might want to use something like celery juice or spinach juice, both of which are also good sources of nitrates. Even though ergogenic research is the science of performance enhancing is designed to help athletes do things, athletes run faster and jump higher, we all benefit from ergogenically appropriate nutrition. That is, nutrition for performance enhancing, heart health, circulatory health, the health of the blood vessels, and also the movement of blood. All of these are ways that all of these are important for athletic performance, but they're important for all of us. Heart health, brain health, muscle development, bone development. Obviously, these are interests to athletes, but they're relevant for all of us, especially if we're older, especially if we're in a nursing home, especially if we're post-surgery, especially if we're dealing with degenerative health issues. I always, when people call me up and they've got some kind of degenerative health crisis, or something has been falling apart in their body for a while, or if they're older, I always say, we're going to make you into a bodybuilder. We're going to make you into a high-powered athlete. Now, of course, we're not going to really do that, but it's all about bodybuilding. And the same strategies that are important for bodybuilders who are perhaps getting paid or winning trophies or prizes for bodybuilding, the same kind of strategies apply to all of us, because we're all bodybuilding. We all should be bodybuilding. We all should be anabolic. Remember, the body is always in either breakdown mode, net, or build-up mode, net. Sure, there's parts breaking down and there's parts building up simultaneously, but net, we're either net anabolic, net building, anabolic means building, or we're net catabolic, net breaking down. If you're degenerative, if you're older, if you got a health problem, chances are you're net catabolic, net breakdown. If you're Arnold Schwarzenegger or whoever the latest champion bodybuilder is, you're net anabolic. Well, that's what we all want to be, net anabolic. No, we don't have to be all ripped and have huge muscles, but we want to be net in building mode. And anything an athlete is doing is probably going to be in our interest in this regard, especially if we're older, especially if you're in a nursing home. Nursing homes are almost designed to get people catabolic. Nursing homes are designed to get people to have their bodies breaking down. That's why they feed them the way they do. I used to work in nursing homes as a pharmacist. They're horrible places. And they don't have to be. I don't have to feed them Jell-O and cornbread and put them on prescription drugs, put the patients on prescription drugs. I'll never forget being a young pharmacy intern working in nursing homes and just being blown away by the amount of medications that older folks are taking in nursing homes. These people are already sick, already compromised, already breaking down. And now we've got to put more medication into their system. You guys, listen. You know, there's side effects to medications, and we talk about these all the time, and that's pretty obvious. But what gets missed is the fact that not only do prescription drugs not work, but they put a major burden on the body, aside from the side effects. They keep the body from building. And this is above and beyond the toxicity and the adverse reaction and the side effects. They're just poisons in the body, and they create a load on the body. And that's why I'm not a big believer in detoxification formulas. I know there's a lot of detox formulas out there, and I'm very skeptical about them because If you're detoxing, that means you're already probably toxic, and now you put more stuff into your system that your body has to process. What organ do you think has to process your detox formula if it's an herbal formula? Your liver. And that's the same organ that's supposed to be detoxified. Does that make any sense to anybody? To put more stuff in your body for your body to detoxify in the interest of detoxification? It just doesn't compute. Anyway. Building the body, whether you're an athlete or an old person or a young person or a sick person or a regular person, is of primary importance, going anabolic. If you're interested in using the power of nitrates and nitrates to go anabolic, think veggies. Veggies, veggies, veggies. Arugula, probably the king of nitrates, along with spinach and beets, and celery juice. Manufacturers actually use celery juice for their nitrate-free products. It's interesting how via its nitrate content, spinach and lettuce and green leafy vegetables, arugula, beets, celery, when done correctly, it's kind of interesting how these kinds of foods actually have anabolic properties, building properties. I remember my dad, when I was growing up, he would call lettuce rabbit food. He'd say, I don't want any of that rabbit food. And that's what a lot of people think. Lettuce and arugula, green leafies are rabbit food. Well, via this understanding of nitrates, it now makes sense why you can be strong and buff and have big muscles and be very healthy and vital by being a vegetarian. Now, I know I'm not a big believer in vegetarianism because of the growth factors that are found in eggs and dairy. But aside from those growth factors, you can get powerful nitrogen, anabolic, pro-building components by being a vegetarian. You got to do it more carefully, and you got to focus on nitrate-rich foods, but it can still be done. Nitrates, of course, are, in addition to being a source of nitrogen for building, they're also a source of nitric oxide. And this is so important and underappreciated. Nitric oxide is a circulatory supporting nutrient. Nitric oxide deficiencies are very common. You want to boost nitric oxide, eat your veggies, spinach, arugula, kale, etc. All right, got a few more things to say. I'm going to actually talk about beet juice tomorrow. The latest craze that hit the nutrition world and the athlete world. We'll talk about that tomorrow, and then we will talk a little bit about using nitrates and nitrites for high blood pressure, for hypertension. We'll do that tomorrow, and probably for the next couple of days, and then we'll talk about some nutritional supplements, real nutrients that you can use to boost nitric oxide. That'll be in the coming days. As we continue discussing nitrates, nitric oxide, nitrogen in general on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Charlie in Texas, welcome to the bright side.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. What's up?
I had a diagnostic heart cath, and I've got too much sludge in my coronary arteries. Do you have any changes?
Yes, you got sludge. Where does sludge come from? It comes
I guess it's part of it comes from your diet.
Yes, it does. It comes from stuff that's leaking into the blood through the digestive system, and sugar compounds that. So hang tight, Charlie. You got to take a break. We'll answer your question when we come back. I'm Pharmacist Ben. If you're on hold, we'll get to you when we come back from our break as well. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're coming back at you with more good health information right after this. Don't go away.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. Blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Good people need help. The Homeowners Association said we had weeds and fined us $25. We told them they had the wrong house. They said if we didn't pay it, they'd file a lien. Our attorney demanded photographs, witnesses, and told them if they couldn't provide this, they must cease and desist. Issue solved. Worry less and live more with lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com or call 855-340-SAVE. That's 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right. General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document? Worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average over 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE. 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
You pick up the receiver with your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead. You finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Jason! Jason! Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at GCNlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at GCNlive.com. Independently leading the way for the nation. Compelling talk for every political persuasion. We are GCN.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. 844-236-6010 is our number. Charlie in Texas with the sludgy arteries. Charlie, are you there, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so here's the deal. 2 reasons why blood becomes sludgy. 2 main reasons. Well, there's 3 really. But 2 main reasons. Digestive problems, stuff leaking into the bloodstream through the digestive tract, leaky gut syndrome, etc. This is very common, and also sugar. So the first thing you want to do always is focus on digestive health. There's also a very important relationship between bile and the cardiovascular system. So making sure that you're absorbing fats and using fat absorption supplements. One of the most important is probiotics. I'd be on if you're not already, get yourself on the Biolumin Nightly Essence or some kind of good probiotic supplement, and don't skimp. It also would help you, if you know you have digestive issues, it would also help you to look for foods that link to those digestive problems. And if you don't know you have digestive problems, that doesn't mean you don't have them. It just means you don't know you have them. And it's always in your interest to find them. In my experience, almost 30 years of experience and thousands of patients that I've worked with, I've never seen somebody who has a cardiovascular issue and doesn't have a long-term cardiovascular.
I had a complete, what do you call it? Let's see, it's gallbladder disease.
You had your gallbladder removed?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, that's all linked. It's all connected. Any physician who takes out your gallbladder is not understanding how the system works. You can't take an organ out and not have repercussions. Now, if you have cancer or something, you have to have it out. That's different. But just to have your gallbladder taken out because you got stones or for whatever idiotic reason they take it out, and there's a lot of them, you're going to end up with problems. So you got to focus on digestive health, Charlie. And I would tell you about the blood sugar system and deep breathing. They're all important. But the most important for you, especially with your history, is focus on digestive health. Get on the Biolumin Nightly Essence probiotics and eat fermented foods. Number one, eat less food. Eat smaller portions. Only eat when you absolutely need to eat, and eat nutritionally dense foods, vegetables especially. And we talked about nitrates and nitrites for the last couple of days. Well, it turns out that nitrates and nitrites are very important for improving circulation. We'll talk about that tomorrow for folks who have high blood pressure, but also for you with clogged arteries. So making sure that you're eating lots of veggies, spinach juice, beet juice, etc. And then focusing on digestive health and wellness. You might want to use the digestive enzymes with meals. They'll help you process your foods on an empty stomach. They can help clear your blood. And by the way, the Biolumin Nightly Essence is made with nattokinase, and nattokinase can also help clear your blood, in addition to some of the other enzymes in the Biolumin Nightly Essence. Use apple cider vinegar after all your meals. That'll also help. And get on the Healthy Start Pack and start sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. If you want to do a couple more things, focus on blood sugar issues. Stay away from foods that spike your blood sugar, breads, pasta, cereals, etc., sweets, desserts, fruit juices, and then use the Sweet Ease chromium and vanadium or similar product to help stabilize blood sugar. Magnesium can also help. So you got 2 courses of action here, 3 courses of action. Number 1, digestive health and all the supplements and staying off problem foods. Number 2, blood sugar health, staying away from foods that spike your blood sugar, using nutrients that support insulin and blood sugar. And then last but most certainly not least, deep breathing. When you don't breathe, your blood gets sticky and cloggy, and that will make it much more difficult for your heart to get oxygenated. So practice your deep breathing techniques. If you want one last thing, use some vitamin C, high doses of vitamin C, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C. And by the way, coenzyme Q10 is wonderful for cardiovascular health issues. Look for the oil-soluble version. It comes in a gel cap. And then 100 to 200 milligrams of the oil-soluble coenzyme Q10 a day. All right, Charlie, got to move on. Are you good? Anything else?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. God bless. Good luck with everything. Tony in Texas. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, Tony? Man. About 11 years ago, I stopped using microwaves. I threw mine away. I had 2 of them.
All right.
I keep coming across all these people that think microwaves are just okay. And can you shine any light on there? Are they dangerous?
No, microwaves are microwaves, and they're not okay. It depends, you know. It's like if you want to cook your food really quickly, they're okay. But if you don't want to be exposed to microwaves, they're not okay. And being exposed to microwaves is not a great thing. Now, of course, we're all exposed to microwaves everywhere, among other waves, among other electromagnetic waves. We're swimming in an ocean of electromagnetic energy that did not exist, or that we didn't have 150 years ago. So, you know, it's not great, and it's just kind of something you have to consider. Now, there's not anything definitive on the problems with microwave, although some people believe that when food is microwaved, you may create kind of Frankenstein monster food, distorted foods, but I haven't seen anything definitive on that. Just logic tells you microwaves are probably not a great idea. But again, you got to make that decision for yourself, because you can cook your food really fast, and that's just sort of a lot of times in the world of nutrition, it's not cut and dry. You just got to decide, are the benefits worth the risks? Are the benefits worth the costs? There's no definitive evidence that there's a problem, but logic tells you it's probably not a great idea. On the other hand, there there is the practical nature of using microwaves in terms of your food and cooking your food quickly, and that's just something you have to decide for yourself, whether the cost is worth the benefit. That's my opinion.
Okay. Well,
okay.
Thanks,
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. Patricia in California, welcome to the Bright Side. What's going on?
What's going on is I have a girlfriend with AFib.
Okay, that's a sign of a heart and a body that's freaked out, that's terrified. AFib is an electrical conductivity issue. I'm sure you know, and we've said it many times, the heart is an electrical system. The way the heart beats is a miracle of nature. Certainly one of the most incredible miracles of nature, how a bunch of cells, billions of cells, get together and each cell fires and communicates to the next cell to fire, and the next cell and the next cell, and the net effect is a heartbeat. This is a very complex process that we take for granted. Like much of the body, like much of the stuff in the body is a complex process that we take for granted. Heartbeats, heart can beat billions of times in a lifetime, right? And of the billions, of each one of those billions of beats requires a lot of energy and a lot of coherence. Over time, as inflammation kicks in and as the body starts to freak out and electrical conductivity starts to become jittery or short circuits in the heart, that's where AFib comes from. If you're under stress, AFib is going to be worse. If you're low oxygen, AFib is going to be worse. If you're eating lots of sugar and your body is and you're glycating or your blood vessels are becoming caramelized or sugarized, it's going to be worse. If you have digestive toxicity getting into the intestine and you have bacterial issues, it's going to be worse. So, what do? Well, we cut to the chase. We calm the body down. AFib. Listen, you guys, I'm not talking to Patricia only here. I'm talking to everybody. If anybody tells you, any doctor tells you that you need to have a cardiac ablation, which is where they destroy the heart with electricity, parts of the heart with electricity, in order to get it back into rhythm, or if they tell you got to be on a nasty, toxic prescription drug, you ask your doctor why you got to be poisoned or why you got to kill your heart in order to get it working again. It doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. And for a medical professional to practice this kind of medicine is it's criminal. It's awful. So AFib, calm the body down. Number one, slow, deep breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. 2 or 3 minutes a day, 2 or 3 minutes in the morning, 2 or 3 minutes at night. And then relaxing the body, doing everything that you can do to activate the relaxation nervous system. I know we talk about this every day. It's so important. It may be the single most important thing you could do for AFib or hypertension or cancer or autoimmune diseases or anything, really. Calm the body down. Hot baths, hot showers, massages, yoga, meditation, deep breathing, intermittent fasting. Anything you could do to calm the body down. Secondly, focus on blood sugar issues. Avoiding sugar is the best thing to do. If you can't avoid it, wean yourself off of it as best as possible by using more protein and essential fatty acids, which in and of themselves have some benefit for AFib. A couple more things, Patricia. Don't go away. We'll continue when we come back. And if you're on hold, we'll get to you when we come back as well. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Got more good health information for you on the bright side right after this.
There's a man named Dr. Joel Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor, both a veterinarian and naturopathic physician. Doc asks, why does the United States spend more money on health care by far and still rank 50th in health and longevity worldwide? He believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, take charge of their health, and attain optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic prescription drugs that lead to side effects and more toxic prescription drugs. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the big government, big pharma, and big insurance manipulation of our healthcare system. I'm George Dory, and I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about health care. Visit criticalhealthnews.com and listen to Dr. Wallach's Deadly Recipes lecture. It makes a lot of sense, and I urge you to join our Critical Health News team. Go to criticalhealthnews.com. That's criticalhealthnews.com.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
Improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Gemstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Gemstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
It's no secret that government and big business buy in bulk and get huge discounts not available to the little guy. Until now. Introducing a breakthrough crowd buying website where people can join together, buy in bulk, and get massive discounts on millions of popular products. It's TogetherSave.com. TogetherSave.com. You can save 20, 30, or even 50% off tablets, smartphones, cars, appliances, textbooks, sports equipment, video games, and much more. All with free delivery. Check it out. TogetherSave.com. Visit now and start group buying today at TogetherSave.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Great minds think alike. The network for the independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network. GCN.
Okay, we are back on the bright side, talking to Patricia in California. Patricia, so you got lots of things to do for your friend here for AFib. Number one, breathing. When the body is deprived of oxygen under conditions of hypoxia, the heart doesn't operate as heart energy or heart electrical energy doesn't operate as smoothly as it might. That means you got to get oxygenated, and also blowing off carbon dioxide through the exhalation is very important. It's the exhalation really where the body relaxes. The inhalation it activates the sympathetic nervous system, and the exhalation is where we relax. Now, obviously, it's a cycle. You can't just exhale. You got to inhale too. So inhaling and then focusing on the exhale. Always exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. Sugar, very, very important. Glycation or caramelizing of the blood vessels can also exacerbate rhythm problems. And then low blood sugar, which follows high blood sugar, can also cause a problem with AFib. So keeping the blood sugar stable is very, very important. You notice, Patricia, these are all the same things everybody has to do, right? It's not anything different from anybody, and this is so important. We're conditioned to believe, I have this problem, I take this pill, or I have this problem, I take this supplement, or I have this problem, I take this formula, or I have this problem and I do this protocol. It doesn't really work that way. We want to let the body take care of the AFib or the autoimmune disease or whatever the problem is. Our job is to provide the body with oxygen, with raw materials, nutrition, nutrients, and then to help to keep the circulatory system moving so we can detoxify and also to exhale. You don't say, I'm taking this for the AFib, in my opinion. Anyway, so oxygen, make sure you're deep breathing. Exhaling is more important even than the inhale. And then keeping your sugar stable. You can use the chromium and vanadium. Interestingly, sugar metabolizing nutrients are also very heart friendly. So anything you do to help sugar is going to help the heart. chromium, vanadium, magnesium, mega important for the heart and also for blood sugar, helping the body process blood sugar. The B vitamins, again, very important for the heart, also very important for helping the body process blood sugar. Vitamin C, again, very important for the heart and also very important for helping the body process sugar. And then don't underestimate the importance of a good, healthy digestive system. Don't underestimate the importance and the relevance of leaky gut syndrome and what is called dysbiosis, messed up gut bacteria, when it comes to conductivity problems or heart problems. So making sure that you're using a good probiotic supplement like the Biolumin Nightly Essence, or she is, and then making sure that she's focusing on digestive symptoms and then eliminating any foods that affect those that cause digestive symptomology. And then as far as just nutrients, individual nutrients, coenzyme Q10, as we talked about with our last caller, and vitamin E can also help, about 100 milligrams of coenzyme Q10 a day using the oil-soluble capsules, and then vitamin E is also important. If you want a couple other things, arginine, the amino acid arginine, and the amino acid taurine can also help with blood sugar, and they can also help with the heart too. Taurine, as we said before, is in Red Bull, and it's in other kind of pick-me-up sort of beverages in order to keep the rhythm of the heart stable. Taurine being very important for the heart. So many things you could do for AFib. Get your friend on the Healthy Start Pack, correct digestive issues, stabilize blood sugar, and make sure she's practicing her deep breathing techniques. I hope that helps you, Patricia.
Thank you so much, Ben. God bless you.
God bless. You as well. Have a beautiful day. All right, Sarhan. Is that how you say it? Sarhan in Virginia? What's up, Sarhan?
Yeah, that's correct. Hey, Ben. I had a question about some things that were in my supplements that I've taken that seem to be not good for the immune system.
What's that?
It's stearic acid and magnesium stearate, and I was wondering what you thought about that.
They're pretty inert. They don't do anything. There's very little. They put them in tablets usually, sometimes in capsules, but they'll put them in tablets and in order to make the tablet kind of sticky. Tablets are very difficult to make. You got to do there's a lot of chemistry that goes on in order to make the tablet sticky and compact, and at the same time keep the tablet dissolving at just the right rate. So it's kind of a science to doing it. And magnesium stearate and stearic acid, they're waxy substances. Stear, S-T-A-R, tells you that at least at one time the compound was derived from animal. These days they can get stearic acid from vegetables. Usually it comes from, animals or vegetables. It's a fatty acid, a saturated fatty acid. Magnesium stearate has a little magnesium in there, and it gives the tablet a certain slip, a certain slide down your throat, a certain kind of flow. So when they're making the tablet, all of the stuff flows through the machinery correctly, and it also has a sticky nature that keeps the tablet intact. It's not toxic. It's probably not great for you, but if you're going to do tablets, there's pretty much no other way to make a tablet without using something like magnesium stearate or stearic acid. Does that help?
That does help. Another question I have is I've been taking zinc picolinate 50 milligrams for about 3 weeks straight, unless I forget to, but I still notice that I have dandruff.
Okay, well, you got more. It's more than just zinc, although stay on the zinc. That's a great supplement. Dandruff is a couple things you want to think about with dandruff. Well, the main thing has to do, believe it or not, I'm sure you know what I'm going to say, it's the digestive system, and it's foods that you have a problem processing. Also, there's a link between the ability to absorb and utilize fatty vitamins and minerals. They go together. Fatty vitamins and fatty nutrients and minerals go together. So when you're having a problem with dandruff, focus on the digestive system and focus on specifically how well you're processing fats and fatty vitamins. Vitamin A, very, very important. Are you using a vitamin A supplement, by the way, Sarn?
I'm not, also because it's in a gel cap and I cannot consume those gel caps. You can't do the gels?
Mm-hmm. Well, you might want to find a liquid vitamin A then, because it's very important for the scalp and the skin. And dandruff oftentimes can be caused by vitamin A deficiency, and vitamin A deficiency is extremely common. So I'm going to assume that you don't have a problem absorbing fats. If you do, and you notice that you do, then you want to throw in some fat absorption aids like the Ultimate Enzymes and apple cider vinegar, lecithin, bile salts. But I'm going to assume for now that you don't have a problem absorbing fats. And I'm just going to tell you a couple things for dandruff, and not just for you, but for everybody listening, or anybody listening who has issues with dandruff. Number one, vitamin A. And vitamin A and zinc go hand in hand, by the way. They work together. So zinc, stay on that zinc, but also throw in 20,000 IU of vitamin A. If you have a problem with the gel cap, look for liquid vitamin A. You can get it in a dropper form. It's harder to find. It's more expensive, but if you can't do the gel caps, at least you'll get your vitamin A. And then selenium also is very important. Interestingly, Selsun Blue is selenium, and the active ingredient is selenium, and Head & Shoulders, the active ingredient is zinc. Now, most people will find that their dandruff does not go away when they use Selsun Blue, and it does not go away when they use Head & Shoulders, but the logic of zinc and selenium is very important because both of those are associated with keeping your skin, not just on your scalp, but also on your face, keeping your skin healthy. And by the way, there's a relationship between dandruff and acne, and dandruff and skin problems, and many people who have acne also have dandruff, because it's really the same problem. It's the skin. It happens to be on the top of your head, but it's still skin. So vitamin A, 20,000 IU. Zinc, 50 milligrams a day. The ultimate selenium, 400 to 600 micrograms a day. And then focus on digestive health issues, eliminating problem foods. If you need to use digestive enzymes, you throw those in as well. And I would also be using some probiotics. The BioLumin Nightly Essence, of course, is my favorite. And then last but not least, apple cider vinegar with your zinc and with your selenium. That might be helpful. If you want to do one more thing, the ultimate EFAs might be helpful for you as well. Focus on fats and fat metabolism. Yes?
Definitely. One more thing is my sister has a skincare issue. She has some dark lines in the back of her neck and on the sides, and she's not sure what it is. I'm not sure what it is.
I don't know what it is either. Dark lines on top of the skin or underneath? I mean, is it showing up from underneath?
On top, like it's on the back of her neck and on the sides, just dark.
I don't know. I can't help you with that. I've never heard of anything like that. If you can send me a picture, let me look at it. Do you have a smartphone you can take a picture?
Yeah, definitely could.
Why don't you shoot me an email? I'll get you my phone number, and then you can send me a picture, and I can help you.
That'd be great. Thank you so much, Ben.
Okay. Take care, buddy. Have a good day, Sarhan. Rose, got about a minute. What's up? Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you, Ben.
You got to go fast, though, Rose. We're going to run out of time.
Yeah. I love for you. I just wanted to mention that I heard the other day this Dr. Ben Carson, that he supposedly a neurosurgeon. Now he's saying that vaccines are okay. And I don't know if you know about Rand Paul saying that
I'm not a fan of either of those guys.
Yeah, I know. He's opposed to parents' freedom to take vaccines, but then he did a public gesture of taking vaccines, so it's all political.
Who did? Ben Carson or Rand Paul?
Who?
Both of them did? I'm suspicious of...
It's for vaccines.
I'm skeptical of, Ben Carson, obviously there's a problem there. But Rand Paul, I don't want to get into politics, but just suffice it to say, red flags go up when I hear Rand Paul. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. About the arugula, I take arugula because it's better for my blood.
Good for you. Arugula is awesome stuff. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow.
Finish depletes your blood, so in my case, I have to keep my blood. And
use arugula.
The other day, this halal restaurant in New York.
Rose, I got 10 seconds. I got to go, but I want to hear what you have to say if you call me back tomorrow. Okay? I'm out of time. Thanks so much for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have a wonderful, beautiful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Genesis is defined as an origin, creation, or the beginning. Genesis Communications Network began with the mission of providing you with the kind of compelling content you're listening to now. And at GCNlive.com, you'll find a free archive of our nation's history, narrated by GCN hosts, explored, shared, and passed down to future generations. GCN is the future of talk radio. We should always strive to learn from our past. Together, we are GCNlive.com. GCN.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610.